Our second presenter is Dr. Shahid Mehmood. Dr. Shahid Mehmood is presently working as Assistant Professor in Department of Poultry Production in University of Veterinary Animal Sciences. Dr. Shahid is serving more than 1 decade in the university. He also served as a consultant in private industry, particularly Big Bird and National Group of Industries. His area of specialization is the poultry housing and management. Presently, Dr. Saab is engaged in a project, dead bird composting at Patoki. He is the author of 53 research articles published in national and international research journals. Understanding the housing system is really a key of profitable business. Under present organic and welfare issues, so selection of housing system is really a difficult task for optimum business profit. So I request to Dr. Shahid Mehmood for his presentation, and his title of presentation is the performance evaluation of commercial layers under free range, semi-intensive and intensive rearing system. Please, Dr. Shahid Mehmood.
Thank you, Dr. Professor, Department of Poultry Production, UVAS Lahore, and I am here to present my presentation on performance evaluation of commercial layers under free range, semi-intensive and intensive rearing system. As you know that all over the world, the problems and the issues regarding the welfare and the quality of food is raising. So considering that I conduct that research, and you know that in Pakistan, table egg production is one of the favorite business for poultry investors, particularly since the last decade. Because of higher profit margins, lower mortality rate, and less chances of disease occurrence, give the farmer an opportunity to spread their business in a better way. No doubt, this spread in business and uplift in the profit margins are because of the cage rearing layer in all over the Pakistan. And commercial layer in cage rearing benefited the farmers a lot in terms of higher production rate and profit margin. Later on, its drawback of higher investment and welfare issues compelled the industry to seek out the alternate housing systems. And from alternative housing system, the concept of free range and organic farming arise. More recently, animal welfare organizations passed out strongly discouraging comments for rearing the birds in intensive rearing systems. So, developed countries have closed the doors for cage rearing of layers, and poultry companies are in a direction to shift their farms from indoor cages to extensive or open rearing. And this situation is more challenging for the poultry farmers, particularly when they shift from environmentally controlled house along with the natural free range environment. It can be an offset in terms of increase in the value of product, either meat and eggs. So studies on free range system in poultry are lacking the information to conclude the standard productive potential of bird and quality of food. Therefore, the present study has been planned to provide an assessment of potential interventions required to promote alternative housing system for commercial layer, particularly in the climatic conditions of Pakistan. As far as the plan is concerned, the present study was conducted at Ravi campus, Patoki, that is some campus of UVAS. During that experiment, 2 strains of commercial layer was used, including Highline, W36 and Bowens White. And both strains of these layers are reared on 3 production systems, including free range, semi-intensive and intensive rearing system. Free range birds were given 3.5 square feet area, and they were outside the shed from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. While semi-intensive system, the birds were given the half of the time, 5 hours outside, and rest of the time was in the poultry house. In intensive rearing system, all the birds was reared in the poultry house, giving them the optimum environmental condition regarding temperature, regarding humidity, regarding feeding, etc. During the free range, the following forages was given to the birds, including black-eyed pea, French pea, moong, plus 25% commercial ration. In semi-intensive diet plan, 50% commercial feed and 50% free range was offered to the birds. An intensive system, 100% feed was given to the birds in the controlled house. This was the approximate analysis of the forages which were grown at that experimental station. You can see that black-eyed pea is enriched in crude fiber, while French peas are enriched in crude protein, and moong is enriched in dry matter percentage. This is the ingredient and nutrient composition of commercial ration which was offered to the birds. And after the trial, during the trial particularly, from 20th week to 32 weeks of age, the following parameters were recorded. In production performance, we calculate the body weight, egg production, egg weight, egg mass, livability. In egg geometry, shape index, surface area was calculated, and in egg quality, we calculate the egg weight, high unit score, shell thickness, albumin percentage, eggshell percentage, and yolk percentage. All the data were analyzed through the factorial ANOVA, and comparisons of means were worked out using Tukey HST with the help of SAS 9.1. As far as the results are concerned, the results are very clearly indicative that body weight, which is very important, in the free-range bird was significantly lower as compared to the intensive rearing system, because it might be due to the excessive exercise or less balanced diet which was given to the birds that ultimately decreased their body weight. On the other hand, strains did not show any significant effect. Egg production, which is a very crucial factor when you are going to rear the bird, it was indicative that during free-range system, egg production was lower as compared to the intensive rearing system. But the good point is that it is not so alarming, which we are considering that when we free range the bird, it might be suddenly drop in the production. But at the end, it was not so drastically, 51% in free range and 58% in the intensive rearing system. Egg weight, which is a very important parameter, and in free range system, egg production no doubt was less, but egg weight was also less as compared to the intensive rearing system, which again might be due to the composition of feed which was given to the birds in intensive rearing system. Egg mass was not affected by the breed as well as the different rearing system. Livability percentage, which is also very important factor. Statistically, it is not showing any significant difference, but apparently you can see that the free range bird, there is less livability percentage as compared to the intensive rearing system. So you have to compromise on the little bit on the livability percentage when you grow your birds in outside the shed for the free range system. Egg shape index was also not affected by any treatment, and it was non-significant in the strains as well. Egg surface area, egg weight. Egg weight, you can say egg weight is again 62 gram for the free range system, but it was less than in the intensive rearing system. So egg weight might be better in the free range system. High unit score, shell thickness, albumin percentage, eggshell percentage, yolk percentage was statistically non-significant in all the egg parameters. So in conclusion, we can say that housing of commercial layer in an intensive system had a positive influence on the productive traits. But the thing is that egg characteristics of the commercial layer which were reared on the free range as well as in the controlled house was not showed any statistically difference overall in the performance of the bird. So if you are going to rear the bird in the free range system, you have to compromise on production, but it is not so much alarming. You can grow commercial layer in the free range as well. No doubt we can rear the desi bird, but desi has very low productive potential, very less egg production. So in the future, if you are going for the free range entrepreneurship, you can consider the commercial layer for the free range as well. Thank you. This was my presentation. Thank you.